You know what, Gino? You're not looking too good. Think it's about time we got you some arms. Would that be nice? Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today we are just doing another unboxing, and today we are looking at the Bret Hitman Hart Monday Night Wars Greatest Hits Gorilla Monsoon Build-A-Figure Wave Wrestling Action Figure. Yeah. I think I forgot that I could open this one at any time without any emotional attachment to it to get my Gorilla Monsoon's arms out. You know, all the times where I've thought, I should do an unboxing, but I'm not really in the mood to do this character, and I want to be in the mood to do that character, and I want to make a big thing of this character, and so on and so forth. I think I completely forgot I have no attachment to this Bret Hart, and I can literally open it any time. This is probably going to be my forever Bret Hart, owing to the fact that they insist on including him in just so many Build-A-Figure waves. We needed to pick this one up for the Gorilla Monsoon piece, we needed to pick one up for the Howard Finkel piece, and the result of that is that this is my favourite one of the Bret Harts I've had to pick up for that purpose, so this is the one I'm keeping. And I'm not especially happy about that because I do much prefer this one. It is the same head, and it's well, actually, you know, the trousers are probably better on the Monday Night Wars one, but I definitely like the pink singlet. And I probably do prefer this one, and I was probably happy to keep this one, but owing to the oversaturation of Bret Hart action figures that you have to buy for Build-A-Figure parts, as well as the oversaturation of the Bret Hart figures, meaning that it would be damn near impossible to sell this, definitely not mint in box and without the Build-A-Figure part, it means we have to sell the one that is a chase and has more chance of actually selling. Although, as I say, this one does have its charms itself. So, yeah, this is the Bret Hart that I plan to actually keep. It is from the Monday Night Wars Greatest Hits series, because everything has to have a re-release now, even if the action figure's only been out for 10 minutes. And, of course, we needed to pick this up for our Gorilla Monsoon piece. He's representing WCW in the Monday Night Wars, and there he is with the title belt on. Rest of the Wave, DDP, we've previously unboxed. Ken Shamrock, we've previously unboxed. Bret Hitman Hart happens to be this one. And the Ringmaster, well, we haven't opened that one, and we haven't got it yet, but I don't really care for the Ringmaster character. You know, I'm never not going to use Stone Cold. And it's just the legs, so we can probably get those anywhere, so yeah, if one falls into my hands on a cheap eBay bid, then so be it. But otherwise, yeah, we're probably going to skip that one. And then, of course, you can see the Gorilla Monsoon on the side, and it comes with the arms and hands of Gorilla as well. So, without any further ado, let's get into this one. Right. Stand up properly then. God. What's the point in posing something in box if it can't actually stand up that way? So there's no, you can't actually pose it like that in real life. So what's the actual point? I mean, look at that. What kind of pose is that? You know, what the hell? It's whatever. So I am going to actually apologise to this figure straight out of the box, because it is actually a damn sight nicer than I give it credit for. You know, I guess I kind of just whitewash over things when it's like yet another Bret Hart in a Build-A-Figure wave. But the fact of the matter is, this really is not a bad Bret Hart. Of course, it does have the same head as the Chase Bret Hart that I just showed a second ago, which, at least at the time, was the best Bret Hart head. Still not necessarily perfect, but definitely the best one at the time. It's a Bret Hart that actually comes with glasses, which isn't always the case, so that's pretty cool. Of course, they are just black-rimmed specs, so not the most interesting Bret Hart glasses ever, but, you know, definitely better than nothing. Definitely something that exists. And you can see there his hair is molded extra wide to let the glasses in, so he kind of looks a little bit silly without them. So let's just put those back on for now while we're assessing the aesthetic of the figure and how it looks. So of course this is the black and pink singlet top with the Bret Hart skull logo on the middle there. The trunks are really interesting. You know, it's that nice pink color scheme, but the black sort of flames down the side are really cool as well. We've got the heart on the inside, and then we've got the Hitman down the side there, and we have got the Hitman down the other side as well. Pink knee pads, and my favorite detail that I've just noticed getting them out the box is these candy floss pink sort of trims around the boots and down the laces. Like, really, really nice. That we got the pink stars on the side as well, but that nice light pink around the boot looks really, really nice. That's a lovely little detail. And then on the back, of course, we've got the rest of those flames. We've got the Hitman and we've got the skull on there as well. We've got a couple of marks under his hair there, little pink marks, little black marks, but generally speaking, unfortunately, that is what we have come to expect from Mattel. But generally speaking, I think this is actually a pretty cool figure. The accessories are limited to the glasses, as we mentioned earlier, and to some open grip hands, which are, of course, my favorites, so we're not going to complain about that. And, of course, we have the Gorilla Monsoon Build-A-Figure pieces that we'll get round to at the end of the video. So, again, we're going to pop those glasses off just so I don't lose them while I'm checking the joints over. And you can have another look at him there with his big wide hair. And then I'll check over his joints. That is it might be all of this hair, but that is the sturdiest Mattel head I've seen in a long time. That shoulder actually moves, which is always good. Bicep is fine, and the elbow nice and tight under that elbow pad. Other shoulder goes up and down. Always good to have the full range of shoulders. Biceps fine, and the elbow is fine. That shoulder might actually be a little bit loose, and the torso joint is fine. Waist is nice and tight. Leg maybe slightly loose, in fact, actually. And knee is really tight. I've been noticing that a lot recently. Boot swivel is fine, and the toe, as we discovered earlier, the foot. Oh, it does actually move. It does actually move if you just don't know why he wasn't flattening out earlier while I was trying to stand him up. That leg's maybe a little bit loose. The knee is very, very tight. The boot is fine, and yeah, that toe moves as well. So he can have some submission matches with Kurt Angle and stuff like that. Nice dream matches and stuff. I don't know if I ever really particularly needed Bret Hart to have these open hands. I mean, I guess if it was a tag Bret Hart, you got it posed for the tags, but it isn't really. I never really saw him as much of a chopper either. But yeah, I mean, not bad at all. While we've got the glasses off, we'll talk about the head. I do think this is one of the best Bret heads, and definitely was the best one when it first came out, but it does still just look a little bit too old for a young Bret. It's obviously been modelled on, you know, an older Bret, like him nowadays, I don't know, whatever. Kind of a similar thing as you get with The Rock sometimes, when they try to make a younger version of The Rock, but use his, like, modern face. So that's more or less everything I have to say about this figure. Like I say, it's nicer than I was expecting, and the joints are actually really nice. There's some really cool details on this that make it a bit more exciting than your average Bret Hart. And maybe I feel a bit better about keeping this one and selling the Chase one now that I've had it out the box. That being said, if it were ever possible, I'd probably sell them all. Like I say, they're so oversaturated, it's very difficult to sell a Bret Hart. But if it were possible, I'd probably let them all go, owing to the amount I actually animate and the amount of figures I actually have. Because I usually like to end my videos by talking about what the figure's going to be doing in my figure fed. Quite often I've been seeing recently that, you know, there's not necessarily any plans for them because there's so many people to get used first. And Bret Hart would definitely be low down on that list. I'm just not that bothered about the guy. Yeah, fuck Bill Goldberg, we get it. And the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of people that I have ideas for and stuff for. I don't have any ideas for Bret Hart, and I don't particularly care to kind of come up with any, owing to the amount of stuff I still need to do anyway. So, if it were possible, I'd let go of all of my Bret Harts. But since it isn't, this is the one that I'm probably going to keep, and to be quite honest with you, this video has made me feel a little bit better about that. So, getting into the main event, for me at least, of the video, we got our Gorilla Monsoon arms. So I'm going to desperately try and shove these in. Whoa, that wasn't actually that difficult. And I'm pretty sure that's in properly. On the other side, I don't think that one's in properly, but as long as it is holding in place, it will do for now. I'm not going to agonize over it. It's a Build-A-Figure at the end of the day. And the nice thing about this is that he'll actually stay in his suit jacket now, because I mentioned in the previous vids when we put him together that the torso, the jacket is made wider to make him look a bit bigger, but the torso is the same size, so he just slides right through it. So obviously now his arms can hold him in place, and we just need to get him some legs. Hold on, where are his glasses? There we go. So the Bret Hart comes with the arms for Gorilla Monsoon. Oh, I regret even trying to put these on, because I'm not going to bother putting the frames on properly. So it comes with the open hands for Gorilla Monsoon as well. He literally comes with more hands than Bret. So he comes with the open hands as well. And he also comes with the pointing hands from all those times where he's pointing at people on commentary. Or, as I understand it in my head, he has got the pointing hands so he can show everyone who his best friend in the world is. That is everything for this video. So if you did enjoy it, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the NWOpenings playlist for more. And I really do appreciate you guys joining me. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.